it's Miss Dana from TLC Preschool. I thought I'd come outside because it's raining out here. Actually, up at Shaver, we're getting a little bit of rain and then it's going to turn into snow. So it's kind of a combination of both. It's also pretty chilly out here. But I thought, what a great introduction to our letter R. We're going to go inside and we're going to talk about rain and we're going to talk about the letter R. Sure is wet out there. I thought it might be nice to sit by the fire and read a story. So the book I have for you today is called Raindrop Splash. And the interesting thing about Raindrop Splash is that it's probably a book you've never read before, but it was written a long time ago, back in 1946, which is a really long time ago. And it won a special award, a Caldecott Medal, which is an award for children's literature. So it won that award. The story is written by, or the author is, Kevin Tresselt. The pictures and the illustrator is Leonard Weisgard. And it was published, this is published by Scholastic. I'm sure originally it was published by someone else back in 1946, but this one was published by Scholastic. Raindrop Splash. Drip, drop, splash. Drip, drop, splash. Drip, drop, splash went the rain all day. Dripped from the shiny leaves, dropped from a rabbit's nose, splashed from a brown bear's tail, fell from a daisy's face, trickled down the tree trunks, and splunked on a green frog's back. There were so many raindrops they made a puddle. The puddle grew larger and larger and larger until it became a pond, and water lilies floated on it, little fish swam in it, and tiny snails sat beside it. Still it rained. Drip, drop, splash. Drip, drop, splash. Drip, drop, splash. The little pond grew larger and spilled right over into a brook. Tumbling and splashing and running down the mountain. Scared a chipmunk, splashed some violets, passed a mother deer showing her baby how to drink. Jumped over big stones, fell into deep pools, and rested on a bed of soft green moss. Then tumbled into a lake. Now it was a big lake with a big fish and tall pickerel weed. Dragonflies skimmed over the water, turtles floated quietly, and a red-winged blackbird built his nest in the rushes. Still it rained. Drip, drop, splash. Drip, drop, splash. Drip, drop, splash. The lake grew larger and larger, and it flooded a farmer's meadow, and the cows stood in the mud. It covered a road, and the cars couldn't pass, and the children had to go to school in a boat. Then it overflowed into a river with houses and towns along the shore. It ran under bridges and over waterfalls. Men fished from the rocks, and 2 teams had a boat race. Past factories and warehouses, the river came to great cities with docks. There were ships and barges and scows and tankers and a boat full of people on a holiday. Little boys jumped into the water, subway trains and cars ran under it, ferry boats puffed back and forth on top, and seagulls flew over it, looking for fish to eat. Then it passed a fort and a lighthouse and a bellbuoy, and the river flowed into the sea. Tall waves rolled up to meet it. There was an ocean liner with lots of little tugboats guiding it, and the sun came out, and at last the rain stopped. Our letter today is the letter R, like rain and rainbow. So I'd like you to take out your magic chalk, and you know what? Why don't you take out your magic rainbow chalk? That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to bring my finger up and go down, then I go back up to the top, and I make kind of a little head, and then his leg sticking out. So that's my letter R. If I make a lowercase r, it looks like this. I'm going to go down, back up, and a little bump. And that's our lowercase r and our uppercase r. Okay, we're going to practice that on our piece of paper because we're going to do an activity with that. So here's my paper right here. And I am going to use my black marker. You might want to use a pencil first. And I'm going to use my black marker to make the letter R. So I'm going to go down, and I make his little head, and I'm going to make a line down. Now my lowercase r is down, and a bump. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a rainbow. Now the funny thing about rainbows is that they're always in the same order. So when we make a rainbow, I think we're going to first do our color red. And I'm going to make a line that goes from here all the way over the top like this. Okay, and then I'm going to take my orange. Let's see if I can get the top off. And I'm going to do my orange marker. And make an orange that goes all the way down like that. And then it goes yellow. Up and down. Our next color is green. Green, and then I have blue. And then purple. And those are the colors of the rainbow, and they always go in this order. So when you see a rainbow in the sky, that'll always be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And that's caused from the sun going through the raindrops to make the rainbow. So it'll always be in those colors. And in order to have a rainbow, you have to have raindrops and you have to have a sun. So go ahead and draw your sun kind of up in the sky. You might color that in a little bit. And now here comes the fun part. We're going to be making some raindrops. And the way we're going to do that is you're going to take a piece of scratch or scrap paper. You're going to crinkle it up into a ball like I'm doing. And kind of a tight little ball. And you should have a little plate with a little tiny bit of paint. See, I don't have very much paint on my plate. I have just a little tiny bit. And I'm going to kind of take my little ball, kind of dip it in there like this, and make some spots, and then I'm going to go on my page and go boop, 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 boop. And I'm going to make some raindrops on my paper. Alright, and that's it. So I want you to make your rainbow, make your raindrops. If you don't have paint, you can make the raindrops with a marker and just draw some dots on it. Do not use the paint unless mom or dad or another adult says that it's okay. And be sure to post your picture for me. I'll look forward to seeing all those pictures. It was a fun day today talking to you about the letter R and about rain and about raindrops and about rainbows. And I hope you guys are having a fun day too, and I'll look forward to being with you next time. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. I'll see you next time. Make sure you join by subscribing right below and liking our video. All right, I'm going for my walk. See you later.